everyone, and welcome to a really exciting episode of BioLogic Science News. Today's episode is about a really great advance in drug treatment, and potentially in U.S. drug law. The FDA recently declared a compound called 3,4-methylene dioxymethamphetamine, or MDA, to be a breakthrough therapy drug. MDMA, or ecstasy as it's called in a more informal context, has been shown to be remarkably effective at treating PTSD when used in combination with therapy. The brunt of the work behind this achievement was conducted by MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, which has been working with the FDA and other government agencies for years to reassess and reform our drug laws. This is an endeavor I wholeheartedly agree with, because our drug laws are totally unscientific and ultimately destructive. Because of the efforts of MAPS and the subsequent decision by the FDA to label MDMA as a breakthrough therapy, the focus now moves onto Phase 3 trials, which are large-scale studies that determine effectiveness by testing hundreds of people. These studies are slated to begin sometime in 2018 in the US, Canada, and Israel. While this is good news, it's not necessarily a medical breakthrough. People have known for decades that MDMA can be beneficial for psychological health, for overcoming depression or social anxiety. So the big breakthrough here is that the FDA, the government, has recognized these health benefits. For the Phase 2 studies, the MAPS organization tested over 100 people who had each been suffering from PTSD for, on average, about 18 years. The treatment involved taking doses of MDMA in combination with psychotherapy, which led to 61% of the patients being more or less cured of their PTSD after 2 months. After a year of treatment, nearly 70% of the patients no longer had symptoms of PTSD. During traditional psychotherapy for PTSD, the therapist has the patient recount the memories and experiences that gave them PTSD. It can be traumatic in and of itself, because the patient has to relive these traumatic memories, and as part of the therapy session, they have to explore and talk about these memories and feelings and thoughts with their therapist. And in a lot of cases, this can lead to a return or an inflammation of symptoms like flashbacks and nightmares. It's a form of therapy that's very difficult. It's really difficult for the patient, who has to open up with all of this to another person and who has to actually go through it psychologically. And it's difficult for the therapist because of the emotional pain involved. That's where MDMA comes in. The drug helps people feel more comfortable with their emotions, feel more comfortable sharing with other people. It helps them feel more empathetic. They can explore their emotions and memories from an altered perspective, one that's couched in feelings of safety and acceptance. It helps them not only open up to their therapist, but come to terms with themselves, with what they've gone through and experienced. The true power of MDMA comes in its ability to change the patient's perspective and make them more emotionally capable of working through extremely difficult and stressful memories. In time, the symptoms of PTSD fade away and the patient finds themselves able to enjoy their life again.